Hey guys, welcome back to another how to win video. Today I'm going to be taking Pam into Solo Showdown Safety Center. Now in today's video I want to focus on using the healing mushrooms. So right now this map does have the healing mushrooms modifier active, and I want to work on using them to your advantage and being able to sort of win some games with the help of the healing mushrooms and sort of address that. So without further ado, let's jump into the first game. Okay, spawning top right corner of the map. Now before we do start the video, I want to talk about how the healing mushrooms work and a little bit about them. So healing mushrooms, if you don't know, they do target people who are fighting or in the middle of a fight, not people who are teaming or not hurting each other, which is just a way to sort of try and prevent teaming, I guess. Normally they will clump up a lot on players that aren't teaming. However, people who are spinning together or aren't hurting each other after a fairly long period of time, those people do not get any healing benefits. So that's how they work if you didn't know that already. It's pretty common knowledge though. But the reason why I've picked Pam is because she's a fairly tanky brawler, and she's also got that nice range to deal with people on this map in particular. So since the map is a fairly open map, it's going to be good for her, especially since she has health. And normally when you want to use healing mushrooms to your advantage, you want to already have enough health to withstand a little bit of damage and also health to actually heal up, because if you play a squishy brawler, it's not going to take very long for them to heal up, so the healing mushrooms don't really do too much on squishier brawlers. So that's why I picked Pam for this video. But I do have my super already, which is very nice. We have it at the start of the game, very early on, which is very good. Leon getting pushed out of the center as a Piper down there. I just want to sort of focus, or I guess locate, where everybody is currently, because we have a power cube and I'm not too fussed about getting any more because I have got my healing station. I just don't know where I want to post up and sort of heal up for a little there. I'm just debating on. I think I'm gonna throw it down here just to tank the Leon's shots. We're gonna try and maybe finish him off. Doesn't look like we'll be able to do so, but instead we will be able to use it to heal up, and then I'm gonna try and leave this situation. I need to get to where this Piper used to be because it'll be a little bit safer for us, but we can definitely focus her a little because she is getting currently targeted, unfortunately, but she is getting targeted. So there is a Leon right here. I'm just gonna throw my super down. It's gonna take him out. Yeah, very big mistake. You don't want to invis a Pam because it's not a target that someone like a Leon can go for. Just because she's got enough health and enough DPS and the healing station, all that counters Leon. So it's definitely not a good idea. But right now, what I want to do is I want to see if I can maybe get to areas, I guess, where the mushrooms spawn. I can't really predict where they're gonna go unless I know people aren't hurting each other. But this game seems to be fairly balanced. I've just been playing it very well so far. And also using my healing station. I guess it's like a portable healing mushroom in a sense. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually throw it down. I'm not going to throw it down yet. I'm going to play a little bit safer. But I'm actually going to hurt people because that might give me a chance at the healing mushrooms if the game thinks I'm not teaming. So I'm just going to throw down my station. It's going to do damage because I have got Mama's Squeeze. Spike is going to go for me. I'm going to shoot at him. And we should be able to pick up this win here, hopefully. He does have the healing star power. We did barely clutch that up at the very end there. Really nice game. Not too much healing mushroom action going on, but it was still a really nice game. And how I played Pam, I was quite happy with the way I handled a lot of situations. I'm going to leave it in for the video, but I'll see if I can find some more examples of actually utilizing the current modifier in the mode. So we'll see what we can do in the second game. Okay, spawning up the top of the map, we do have a box below us, a box to our right, so we will go for the box just below us, and then we'll go see if we can maybe... Now, we'll go to the top left corner and check out. There is a box here. I was going to say whether there was or not, but we do have one, so we will go for that one. And one thing I do want to say as well, out of all 4 modifiers in Solo Showdown, so you have the energy drink, you have healing mushrooms, the meteors, and also the robot boss. Healing mushrooms is definitely the worst one out of the 4, simply because it's so inconsistent, you can't really predict where they're going to go, and they're not as useful, I guess, compared to the other ones. They're still useful, there's still some very good uses of them, and you can play very well and use them to your advantage, but compared to the other 3 modifiers in the game, it's not as great. So there are still situations that I do want to cover, like such as fighting while in the mushroom. So you might be fighting your opponent in a healing mushroom, and you might think, oh, they're just going to heal up, it's going to be a waste of my ammo. But depending on the brawler and depending on what brawler you're playing, there are situations where you either out damage them, so that means that they're healing less than what you can deal damage, or there might be benefits where you can exhaust their ammo and your reload speed is much quicker and things like that. So there are a couple of things I do want to consider, I do want to cover in this video, so we'll see if we can get around to it. But we do have a Jessie with a turret in the bush just below us, I guess to the bottom right. And I haven't really been doing anything. I've just been chilling for a little bit. I want to see if I can maybe chip at this a Jessie, see if we can get some shots off, maybe get that turret out of there and just break it so that we don't have to deal with it later on. Looks like an EMS is going to come in, who's going to pinch very easily here. So unless the M's decide to lose interest. So this Jessie is in a bad spot. We can chip her down because Pam is so good at doing that. And we'll see if we can maybe clip her around the edge. I'm just going to throw my turret offensively. She's not expecting the fact that I have Mama Squeeze. Not many of you guys are going to be able to do that most likely, because I recommend you run the other star power if you do have that. But nonetheless, we did pick up that kill. A bit of a cheesy kill, one might say. And we do have a mushroom spawning on us. We don't really have a use for it, unfortunately. I don't know where the last guy is. I don't know where they could be up here. I don't know what they're playing. They're not fighting me. There's a mushroom spawning there. Another thing you can do is also get a rough idea of where people are depending on where the mushrooms spawn. So it leads me to believe that there might be someone in those bushes, because the mushrooms normally spawn on players rather than like anywhere else. Like that mushroom spawned close to that pair of bushes, which makes me think that there might be a player in there, but I'm not too sure if there is. So the M's was actually just above. We are going to go down there, unfortunately. My predictions were a little bit off, but sometimes I'd say maybe 50-50 you can get the mushroom spawning right on the player, just because the game tries to put him on the people that obviously aren't teaming or anything. So unluckily for us, it wasn't in those bushes. Maybe the game thought that me and the M's were teaming simply because we weren't hurting each other for such a long period of time. But I did cover a lot of things in that video. Even though I didn't give any examples, I did explain a few things, so I'm going to leave it in. It was still a good game nonetheless. So we'll hop into the third game and see if we can actually pick up some examples. Okay, spawning in the bottom left corner of the map, we do have a box just below us, so we will go for this one, and also the one in the corner afterwards. I do know this Mortis is over there. He's going to grab the box as well, most likely, although it looks like a Rosa is going to steal it from him. So that's good for us, and also not good for us, obviously, because Rosa, if she gets too close, will kill us, but she is some good super, and also a good way to scare this Mortis away. So now we can fight her one-on-one, and leave that Mortis to do whatever he likes. So we are going to just pursue some kills in the meantime, and just hope that we get some mushrooms spawning on us. See if we can maybe use them to our advantage. The Shelly did just check those bushes, so we do know she's down here. 3 power cubes, not too bad. We haven't got our super yet, although someone did just get stunned here. It was a Shelly. I'll see if I can maybe get my super right now, and I'm going to throw it down in that little corner to deal the extra damage, because I don't think she expects it, but I just want to build it up first. So I'm going to throw my turret right here. Look, she's taking damage. She doesn't quite notice it yet. It was only until now that she took 2,000 ticks of damage, 2,000 damage out of the whatever ticks it was. So that is one thing, you can catch your opponents off guard, just like I did with that Shelly, because people just don't expect the star power. Although, like I said, you don't really have to do that. I don't think most people have it anyways or prefer to use it. But just showing you some tips here and there if you do end up getting it, or maybe you prefer it over the other one. But for the meantime, I'm going to stay in these bushes actually, and see maybe if people go towards us, like this Rosa. If she walks, I thought she was going to walk around this way. Just going to deal a little bit of damage to her. See if I can build up my super, which we almost have. But we'll see. I'm going to shoot the wall because some of my bolts will go around the wall like that one did. And now we have our super up again, so we should be able to use it if needed. Mushroom spawning over there. I'm just going to check the bushes. There is a Frank up there. So the mushroom did spawn near him. Like I did say in one of my previous games, the mushrooms do tend to spawn near players, although it's not all the time that does happen. So this bee's gonna die, I'm pretty sure, just to the Rosa there. We are gonna be able to take out this Mortis. The Rosa's taking a lot of damage to our turret, which is really nice because she just wasn't expecting it. And once again, a good game. Not too much showcasing of the healing mushrooms, which I am a little bit disappointed and also a little bit sorry for, but it's pretty difficult to get some good games of examples of the healing mushrooms. I would be recording for hours if I tried to do that, but I am trying to cover as much as I can, explain it in words rather than actually giving examples, just because it is a little bit of a trickier topic, while also giving some tips about Pam in general. So I hope this helps as well. We will hop into the fourth game though. We'll just see what happens. I'll go with the flow, and then after that we will end the video. So without further ado, let's hop right into it. Okay, spawning at the top left corner of the map, we do have a box here, a Leon up there, and another box over towards the middle. We will try to get the box in the middle, or towards the middle, if we can, although we might go for a different one if people try to contest. Although it looks like it is going to be left unharmed, so we will go for it. And also see if we can maybe, we won't be able to run up to that Leon in time before he outruns us, so I'm not going to go for him. Instead I'm going to go for this Leon, who's probably going to go down if he plays it not very well. We'll see if we can get one more extra shot. I think he's going to be left at 1 HP if we did hit that shot, although we didn't, unluckily. There's a Daryl over there with 90 health. He actually got very lucky with the mushroom spawn. He went straight for it. That's a good use of it, of course, going for it when you're very weak. It's more of a obvious use for it as well. But there are a couple of other niche things that you can do with the healing mushrooms. Now, I'm going to go for one of the Leons. I'm just trying to see if I want to throw my turret down. I'm going to throw my turret down right there. It's going to get him. Oh, he must have gone invisible. I wasn't expecting him to move out so early. Looks like there's a Shelly in here. We will be able to just keep chipping at her. Now, she's using the healing mushroom to her advantage, but we were shooting at her while she was in it to keep her weak, just because we were able to out-damage the healing that she was taking from that, because if we hit more than 3 bolts, we would do more than 1,000 damage, which is the amount that the healing mushrooms do heal you. So it is something that you want to keep in mind. Make sure that the brawler you are playing is able to do that. So this bull hiding in the corner is going to take damage from my super. I was expecting him to be in the corner, which is why I threw it down. And what's also really good for us is if I stay in the super, he probably won't go towards us because I do have Mama Squeeze and he would take a lot of damage. So he charged straight through it and took a lot of damage. In the meantime, he actually just killed a Mortis. The Mortis did not play that well. I'm going to throw my super down again just to bait him out. He's going to have to run away from us now, and we'll see if we can maybe get a final kill up here. Shelly is probably going to super us into the storm because we are in a very tight spot. She did play it well by cleaning us up the way it's supposed to, and then we took the second place there. So actually, we did get a fairly solid example. Not as great as I wanted to, but at least it was an example there with that Shelly. When we were shooting at her and the mushroom spawned on her and she was taking advantage of that, we kept shooting at her no matter what, because 1, she wasn't going to go for us, she was trying to heal, and 2, we did deal enough damage so that it would cancel out her healing because she wasn't healing as much as the damage that we were outputting. So we were outputting around 1,400 damage and she was healing in like 1,000 health per tick. So that was a fairly decent example. I'm quite happy at that. I'm also quite happy with the things that I covered in this video. So I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, please leave a like and also consider subscribing to the channel, because I do upload how to win content every Tuesday and Thursday, although sometimes I upload other things, or I might upload another how to win. And if you have any further questions about this video, be sure to pop into my Twitch chat. I stream every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. The links are down in the description below. But that'll be it for me today, guys, and as always, keep sweating. Die to it. Now I'm just hoping this crow doesn't. Yeah, he's gonna